So that explains why I didn't take any other English language test and just use my one and only IELTS that I've ever taken in my life for all my UK immigration applications. Hi guys, welcome back to this YouTube channel. My name is Fritz, and yeah, back again with another UK immigration video. So stay tuned. So this is the second part of our British Citizenship Application YouTube video series. If you haven't watched the part 1 of this video, so I will leave a link here in the iCard, or I will put the description in. I will put the link on the description down below so you could check it out. So yeah, so this is the part 2. So in this video, I am going to give you a simple guide on how to fill in the online application for your UK citizenship. I've seen some of videos here in YouTube that they are showing like a screen recording on their online application, and actually I was planning to do it as well, but I thought that I'm not really sure if you are allowed to do it, so I didn't do it. So we're just here to go over the questions that they have asked on the online application form. So I did manage to print my application form. So we are going to go through each of the questions one by one, and hopefully it will help you how to answer those questions. So yeah, before we begin, I would just like to remind everyone that I am not an immigration lawyer. I'm not an immigration advisor or an officer. So these are all based on my experience as an applicant as well for this application. So let's begin. All right. So on the first part, it will ask for some personal information. So it will ask for your email address. Do you have an immigration advisor based in the UK? So my answer is no. I did my application on my own. Next, personal information, title, given name or names. I also put my middle name on that, and the family name, Suniga. So you know, here in the UK, your middle name is actually your second name here in the UK. So you have to declare all your names here in the application. So the one that's in your passport should reflect as well on your application form. So don't forget to put your middle name. And next one, in addition to the names already provided, are you now or have you ever been known by another name? So again, this is based on my own situation and my own circumstances. So no, I didn't change or I don't have any other name. So I answered no. But if you have, changed your name, somehow got married and changed your last name, and of course, the situation in that matter, there are options to say no or yes. So after that, yes, maybe there are follow-up questions after that. So I don't know. Just maybe try to be honest on your application, so there won't be a problem. So let's carry on. Can we use this email address to contact you? So of course, yes for me. Next one, citizenship ceremony. So it asks you which local authority you want to do the citizenship ceremony. So I put Cambridgeshire because I am here in Cambridge. Have you passed the Life in the UK test? So yes. So one of the requirement of to apply for your UK citizenship is the Life in the UK test. It's also a requirement for your permanent residency. So before you even apply for British citizenship, you need to be a ILR holder or a permanent resident here in the UK. Enter your life in the UK test unique reference number. I just put the reference number. So next one, did you meet the knowledge of English requirement as part of an indefinite leave application made on or after 20th of October 2013? So I said yes here. In my case, they are still accepting my IELTS, the one that I use for my ILR application, even though it is expired. But so like what I've told you, different routes may require different, different requirements, different documents. Provide your postal address. So your address, is this where you live? So yes. When did you start living at this address? So in this part of the question, I think it did ask if I lived here for like 5 years or 3 years. It may also ask for additional addresses that you've used, that you've lived in. Yeah. So what is your gender? What is your relationship status? Those are the next questions. Then nationality details, country of nationality, so Philippines, country of birth, Philippines. Then place of birth, it should be the same as your passport. Then date of birth. Then do you have a valid passport? Then passport number, issuing authority, issue date, expiry date, confirm you can provide this passport. Yeah, so do you have a valid national identity card? So I tick no, because I really don't have a national identity card aside from the passport. So that's it. Next question, do you currently hold or have you ever held any other nationality or citizenship? So I answered no, because my only nationality before this application is Filipino. So if you have any other nationality, just tick yes. And then I'm assuming there will be a follow-up question again after this question. And then next one, have you lived at your current address for 5 years? So that's the question. So for 5 years, so I said yes. So since we got in here in this address, we never moved out and we never changed address. So I don't know. It's actually a an advantage, I would say. So yeah. So next question: are you either an EEA national? So it's referring to the European nationalities who has been issued with a permanent resident document, a family member of an EEA national who has been issued with a permanent residence card. Next question. Have you been granted indefinite leave to enter or remain in the UK? So, of course, I said yes. Because before, one of the requirements to apply for a UK citizenship is 5 years residence here in the UK and 1 year being a permanent resident. That is through the route of naturalization. Next, date your leave was granted. So that was January 8, 2020. So before you begin your application, before you submit your application online, it should be exactly 1 year from when you had your ILR decision, from when you started becoming a permanent resident here in the UK. So in my case, I was granted my permanent residency on the 8th of January 2020. I started my online online British application on the 4th of January and submitted it officially on the 10th of January. So that's like a year and 2 days after being granted my indefinite leave to remain. So yeah, don't be too excited and submit your UK citizenship application without having reached the 1 year of being a permanent resident. So you won't regret, or you won't waste your money when you do your application. So they actually have an example. If you go to their website, it says there that you have to be actually here in the UK when you submit your application. So, for example, your fifth, because the minimum residency before you apply for the citizenship is 5 years. So, for example, if you arrived here in the UK on the let's say 25th of January, 2016, and your fifth year, of course, is 25th of January 2020. So you should be here in the UK on the 25th of January 2020 before you submit your application for UK citizenship. So if you are not here in the UK on that day, you need to reapply again and do your application the following day or the next day when you are here in the UK. Did you get what I mean? Well, anyway, just visit the Home Office website and just clarify it through their website. Yeah, let's carry on. So, what is your current national insurance number? So, you can find that in your payslip, or if you still have the form or the letter when you first applied for your national insurance number, it's better, you know. Next, provide your telephone number and where do you use this telephone number? So I take whilst in the UK and whilst out of the UK. Are you completing this form on behalf of someone else? So I said no. I am the applicant, so I said no. I'm doing it for myself, not on behalf of someone. Next, additional child information. Do you have any children whose birth parent is not your partner? So I am still single, no children, and no partner, so I take no. Easy. But if your situation is different from mine, being a single, and if you are married and you have a different and you have other children on a different partner, I mean on your ex partner, you should take yes. Just be honest. Next question. Parent wants details, so it will also ask for your parents' details. So before you start your application, you need to be sure of your mother's birthday, because I know some of you, not me, might not be particular with the year their mother or their parents were born. So always ask your parents to be sure. So first one, what is this person's relationship to you? So I did first fill in my mother's information. So mother, given names, it will ask for the family name, date of birth, town of birth, country of birth, and country of nationality. Next one, have they always had the same nationality? Okay, so yes, they didn't change their nationality, so just Filipino. So parent two, so that's my father. Same information that they will ask for the same information. So given names, family name, date of birth, so on and so forth. So next one, trips outside the UK. So when did you first arrive in the UK? Just put the date when you exactly set your foot here in the land of UK, here in the land of the monarchs. So yeah, so for me it's the 22nd of January 2015. So where did you first arrive in the UK? Actually, there are options there. So I put Heathrow Airport. My airplane landed. Our airplane landed in Heathrow. So that's the first place that I set my foot here in the UK. Next one. Have you had any trips outside of the UK? Of course. All those travelers there. those Wanderlust. The one that's showing in my application form has already been like summarized. The questions is like the same during your ILR application. So actually, it's easy for me because I also printed my online application during my ILR application. So I just copied it, and due to pandemic, after that ILR application, I didn't have any international travels outside the UK, so I just literally copied the visits or the trips I did for the last five years on my ILR application. So yeah, no sweat. So I just copied it. So yeah, but still double check always with your passport again, and with your Instagram posts. So that's my suggestion. That's my tip. There is a number of allowed absences days that you're allowed to have before you do your application. So yeah, so it says here that you are not allowed more than 450 days outside the UK or 90 days during the 12-month period before the date of your application. So yeah, so I didn't spend more than 450. That's really a lot. So I qualified for, the UK citizenship application. So after that trips outside the UK, it will ask for other history. It's more on crimes, terrorist activities, terrorism, serious criminal acts. So I all take no. So it depends on your situation again. If you've been involved in any crimes or criminal activities or terrorism, just be honest, because they have their way, of course, of checking if you are telling the truth. Next one, residence requirements. Do you meet these residence requirements? So yeah, that's what I've told you. The resident requirements is that you should be at least here in the UK for 5 years, and within that 5 years, you should be a permanent resident here for a year. So that's impossible on my case, because in order for you to become a permanent resident, you should have at least be here in the UK for 5 years, and another 1 year of being permanent resident to become a UK citizen. Are there any reason why you cannot meet the requirements to become a British citizen? So I said no. If you do not meet the statutory requirements to become a British citizen, are there any special circumstances why you think the Home Secretary should still grant your application? So I said no. So if in your case, if you can prove that you are in a certain circumstances, that they will still give you a permanent residence despite not meeting the required residence, well, just say yes and provide the actual evidence. Okay, next question. Do you plan for your main home to be in the UK if your application is successful? Of course, yes. Previous relationships for Mr. Fritz Fernandez Suniga. Have you previously been married or in a civil partnership? So, no. So, it depends on you again. So, if your answer is yes, there might be another follow-up question after this. And next one, the most important part, or maybe I can say a challenging part, I don't know, is for a referee details. So the only thing I could think of a difference from the ILR application is this reference requirement, or a referee requirement. So hi guys, I needed to change my camera, so I'm using my phone right now. So because my memory, because the memory in my camera is full already, so I'm using my phone memory. So let's continue. So the next part of the I don't know where to look at. Let me look at the camera or the screen. So just bear with me. I'm looking at the screen. So the next part of the application form will be the referee details. So in this part, you will be asked to print two referee forms. That's to be filled in by your referee, obviously. And aside from that form, you will have to fill in the details as well in the actual online application form. I'm going to do a separate video about the referee form, so watch out for that one. And so with the online application form, they will ask for the referee's given names, family name, gender, date of birth, address, and it will ask if they've lived in this address for more than 3 years, and if not, they will have to provide, or you will have to fill in the addresses that they've lived in for the past 3 years, and their phone number, of course, their email address, their profession. It will ask if your referee has a British passport and their passport number, and how are you related to the referee, or how does the referee know the applicant. So with regard to the specifics about the referee, I will do a separate video. So I will tell you the requirements on how to choose your referee, and I will also share with you how how they should fill in the application form, because they have a separate form, as what I've said, to fill in aside from your online application form. So the separate form that you have to print will be filled in by the referee themselves, and the ones in the online application form that we've just talked about is the one that you will fill in. So yeah, so make sure that they are happy, of course, to be your to be your referee for your application, because they are giving their personal details. So let's move on. So next part, so it will ask for the same details for the second referee that you are going to put in. Next one is employment details. So yeah, the first question is, are you currently employed? So I said yes. What is your occupation? Your type of employment, employer or business name, employer or business address, start date, and the tax office reference number. So the tax office reference number will is in your payslip as well. So it's I don't know if it's the same composition with the other tax reference numbers, but in my case it's three numbers slash a letter and a number again. So it will actually be labeled actually in your payslip. So just check it in your payslip and look for the tax office reference number. So that's it. That's how you look for it. So next one, have you had any other work over the past 10 years or since you came to the UK? So on my case, I said no. I have no any other work. I'm not actually sure if, because I'm working as a nurse, so I didn't put yes, even though I was doing bank shift. I don't know if it's another line of work. I said no, and there's never been a problem. So I guess my answer is correct. So if you're asking if doing a bank shift is another type of job, well, it is not another job, because I said no, and there's no problem with that. You get what I mean? Next one, convictions and other penalties. This is more on, crimes again, penalties, bankruptcy proceedings, anti-social behavior, civil penalty issued under UK immigration law. So I've never had any of this, so I said no. Have you ever been declared bankrupt? I said no. Do you have any dependents not applying with you at this time? Of course, no. Again, it depends on your own situation. So if you have any dependents, just say yes, and maybe let's see what you'll see if there are any follow-up questions that you have to answer after that. Then are you on a sex offender register or have been given any of the following: a notification order, sexual offenses prevention order, a foreign travel order, or a risk of sexual harm order? So no. And next one, immigration details. Have you made any previous UK immigration applications in the UK or abroad? So in this part, some would say just leave it and say no. And actually, during my ILR application, I said no on this part, but because my ILR application is fresh, it's like just a year ago since I did my application. So I ticked yes for the UK immigration applications. So do you have any other details that you would like to be considered regarding this applicant and their application to be registered a British citizen? Said no. Name in which you made the application. So this is a bit confusing on my part if they are actually asking for your name, your given name when you did that last application for UK immigration, or the name of the actual application that you did. But what I filled in is the name of the application. So that's how I understood the question, name in which you made the application. So I did a lot of research as well and check a lot of forums and blogs regarding this, and I actually only found one. We have the same concern that maybe we filled in the this part of the question incorrectly, and it may affect the decision for my UK citizenship application. But others may say you need to fill in with your name, with your actual name, first name, and not the name of the application. And some would say the name of the application you've last applied for. And yeah, well, I did say I indefinite leave to remain application, but it didn't affect my application for UK citizenship because I still got the decision as I they still approve my UK citizenship application. So yeah. So date of application if known. So since it's still fresh on my mind and I still have the form, so yeah, it is known. So I did put the date and the reference number. What was this application made in the UK? So I said yes. So yeah, that's it. Then were your fingerprints taken as part of this application? Of course, yes. And date fingerprints were taken if known. So you put the date when you had your fingerprints the last time they took your fingerprints. And have you previously made any other UK immigration applications in the UK or abroad? So I said no. Even though I did a lot of working visa extensions, actually just once. I only did one UK working visa application. So, but I still said no. Then next one, English language. Do you have a degree that was taught in English? So I said no on this part. Have you passed an approved English language test? Sorry. So this is the part where there's a specific question about the English requirement. So this might be a bit confusing to some of you when you answered no. Have you passed an approved English language test? So I said no on this part because I don't have an approved English language test. Because when they say approved English language test, um, it should be valid. Um, it should not be expired. It should be still within the expiration date because usually the English language test um, validity only lasts for 2 years, and my English language test has already been expired like 7 years ago. But because I used that English test for my ILR application, it is still acceptable. So I said no to this, and but if you did another English language test, some of you might want to get to do another test, and I am not stopping you, but since you already have your you know English test when you applied for your ILR, why not use it and don't waste money anymore? That's through my route of application. So it depends on you. So there are a lot of English tests, and it should be in the website, of course. If I manage to find that, I will show it here on the screen. So I will show it here on this part of the screen, the approved English language tests that they are accepting for this application. So next, are you claiming an exemption from the English language test due to a medical or mental condition? Of course, no. Do you have a previous visa, entry clearance, or leave to remain where you had to prove your knowledge of English? So this is it. So I said yes. So when I did apply again for my ILR, they asked for my English requirement. So I did explain this a bit more on my ILR application. So if you want to check it out here, yeah. So even though the English language test is expired, as so long as you've used this as a requirement for professional registration. So in my case, I am a nurse, so I registered with the Nursing and Midwifery Council with this IELTS, and it wasn't expired that time. So it is accepted still to be used for your ILR application and your UK citizenship application. So that's it. So that explains why I didn't take any other English language test and just use my my one and only IELTS that I've ever taken in my life for all my UK immigration applications. So yeah, so as a advice to everyone, especially to the nurses, um, it is really a good investment. that I consider IELTS to be really a precious investment if you really wanted to be a citizen in a certain country, or maybe specifically here in the UK. So yeah, that's a really good investment because you can use that English requirement for your professional regulation registration, for your ILR application, and then the ultimate what it goes immigration application will be citizenship application. So you can use your IELTS for those applications. So yeah, so next part, biometric residence permit details. So that is the BRP details. So are you able to provide a biometric residence permit BRP card with this application? So I said yes on that part. Place of issue UK and enter permit number, the number, issue date and the expiry date. So that's the end of my online application form. So hopefully it gave you insights. I mean, it somehow will help you with your online application form when you fill it in. So when the day comes that you start your online application form, you can again play this video. You can use my answers in reference to your answers. Do you get what I mean? So I hope you get what I mean. Well, anyway, that's it for this video, for this second part of my UK application video mini series YouTube video for UK application, UK citizenship application. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching for again, and on our next part, I will enumerate to you the documents that I submitted for my biometric appointment. Yeah, so if you are new to this YouTube channel and you want to learn more, to get more idea before you do your application, or if you are planning to do your application for British citizenship, consider applying. Consider subscribing to this YouTube channel, and also click the notification bell so you would be notified if I upload my next video about this kind of application. So again, thank you very much guys for tuning in to this video, and yeah, hope to see you on my next video, and good luck on your own application. See you guys. Bye.